Good afternoon and Jai Hind students. Today I am going to teach class 9th history chapter 2 and the chapter name is Socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. My today's topic is the changes after the October Revolution and Civil War. So my first topic is what changes after the October Revolution. As we know, before October Revolution, Vladimir Lenin had given the April thesis. So after the October Revolution, it was time for the Bolshevik party, whom had totally turned the governmental scenario in the Russia after overthrowing provisional government, to conduct the elections, for which they were very much arrogant that they are only going to win the elections. So between this time period, between October 1917, after 24th October 1917 to November 1917, due to the election campaigning, Bolsheviks had seized the land of nobility. They made the banks and industries nationalized, and new uniform for army, which was Bolshevik army, later on known as Red Army. The new uniform, red color dress uniform and a cap, Vorozhvodska, was introduced. Bolsheviks between this time period had banned the old titles of aristocracy and enforced the participation of houses according to the family requirement. For example, a family of 4 people having a big bungalow of 25 rooms. So Bolshevik advised to aristocracy to be limited within the 4 bedrooms and share the other rooms with the poor people. So these kind of torture system began up by the Bolsheviks between the 24th October and November 1917. You might be thinking that it was a good work, but it was, whatever was done, it was done forcefully by taking the lands of wealthy millionaires, by taking the titles of aristocracy, and by taking the earnings of private banks and industries. So these kind of people who were involved in all these activities, who were against of these activities of Bolsheviks, it made annoyed to these people, and because of this, when the elections done in the 1917, after winning the October Revolution, the Bolshevik party did not got the thumping majority. So when Lenin came to know for the Constitutive Assembly, he had arranged the elections and Bolshevik party did not got the thumping majority like other multiple parties. It got the average votes, and he came to know that he cannot make the government alone. So he had dismissed the Constituent Assembly. He rejected the Constituent Assembly. In March 1918, despite of opposition of all political alliances, because elections were done and representatives being chosen up, Vladimir Lenin had made Russia a single party state, which was electing the All Russian Congress of Soviet representative for it. Means different parties were standing their leaders to win the election, and all those who were winning, they become the part of All Russian Congress of Soviet. They did not recognize from their party norms, and by this way Lenin had secured his post as an executive of Russia. He became the head of the All Russian Congress of Soviet. And because of this single party state system, Russia became USSR. After all these, Vladimir Lenin was knowing that his criticizers, members of the different opposition political parties and trade unionists will not accept this, and for this these people were severely punished by the secret police. It was a secret police. Let me tell you one thing. They were not wearing a uniform like STF in India right now. They were not wearing uniform. They were getting responsibility to control these people by merging themselves within them. And these secret police were known with the name of Cheka first, and later this police was known as OGPU and NKVD. Many young artists, writers who stood for socialism, those who were following the socialism, they even experimented in terms of arts and architecture also in Russia. All the squares, everywhere, Lenin's statue were established, and the symbol of aristocracy and monarchy were removed, and in place of this, the symbol of socialism were introduced in Russia. So we came to know how Russia became USSR with the efforts of Vladimir Lenin. Now, my next topic is Civil War. My dear student, when we study about this Civil War, we have to understand what Lenin had said during the April thesis, when he had introduced the April thesis. In that April thesis, the norms were that war to be come to end, land to be redistributed within the poor peasants equivalently, wealth even, and banks and industries should be nationalized. There should be no private sector in Russia under the socialism. So now we'll study how this civil war had totally created or made Russia a socialist society with their effort. So let me tell you the result of this. Civil war was finally won by the socialist boss or Red Army. So after becoming USSR, between 1918 to 1922 was the time period for the civil war in Russia. Civil war means war created within the civilians only. So total civilians of Russia got divided within two streams. One whose land and wealth was taken up, property or industries or banks were taken up by the government. One side they were, and another side the people who wanted to deserve or get these facilities by the socialist government. And not only the civilians got divided, even the Russian army was also divided within the three streams. So, after becoming USSR, Bolsheviks ordered the land redistribution, and the soldiers, even who were in the army, wanted to get relaxations or leave to went to their rural areas for the redistribution. Non-Bolsheviks, anti-socialist, liberals and the supporters of Tsar condemned this activity. They were calling that this is not socialism, this is something, a dictatorship this Bolshevik party is playing right now. But nothing affected them in this time period. The supporters moved to the South Russia, organized the military troop to fight with the Bolsheviks called as Red Army, because Bolshevik for the land distribution, to capture the property, to own the industries, they were sending this Red Army. If you remember, about 500 Soviets during the October Revolution. So now the 500 Soviets, of which these soldiers and army were belonging to, whose leader was Leon Trotsky, if you all remember about October Revolution. So this army was later on called as Red Army. During the Civil War, Russian army divided in three groups, means three armies: Green Army, Red Army and White Army. Red Army, we know it was a Bolsheviks or socialist army. White Army, it was a pro-Tsarist army. And one was Green Army. So pro-Tsarist army like White Army and Green Army, these armies were backed. Backed means helped by These armies, you might have queries that if these armies were still there, pro-Tsarist armies were still there, so who was giving them salary and all sorts of compensation, arms and ammunition? So these armies, White Army, maybe the requisition sent by Tsar towards France, America, Britain and Japan. So these armies were helped by the French armies, Americans, British and Japanese troops to defend or to defeat the Red Army in Russia. And that is why it is this time period called as Civil War. Actually, it was not fought between the civilians. It was fought between the armies of the Russia. As these troops and the Bolshevik fought a civil war, looting, banditry, famine became common. Means nobody between this time period was there to work for his or country's betterment. People were roaming one place to another place, and this time period called as a harsh or a mass nomadism. Nomads means people who are roaming from one place to another in search of work. And in Russia, people, if their land being taken up in one area, they were reaching to the another area, calling themselves as the landless laborers and getting land with the efforts of the socialist followers. So Russia throughout this period going through the mass nomadism, shifting of a people from one place to another. By the 1920s, Bolsheviks succeeded in controlling Russian Empire, which tells us that they won the Civil War. But they won the Civil War not only with their own effort, they were getting efforts by the non-Russians and Muslim jihadis. Here non-Russian means Polish people, people of Poland, and Muslim jihadists, the areas which were touching to the today's Turkey, all the Muslim countries, the boundaries of Russia where these people were living, they helped to the socialist people to win the Civil War. As a gift to win the Civil War, most of the non-Russian nationalists were given political autonomy in the Soviet USSR.